Oh, none of that can make it onto the podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Why My School Bus, the most unprofessional D&D podcast you
Give
will
us
ever
millions
hear.
and we'll release them.
I, of course, am your DM, Calvin Piper, and these fine folk play the game of D&D with me. Tonight, players, we're going to introduce ourselves. If Wyatt or Kestis, because neither of them are here, had a catchphrase, what would that catchphrase be?
Oh, I'm being set up for failure.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I played Nell Webb, and I already said it, but I mean it. I think Kestis should really adopt this phrase. Slap my hindquarters and put me before the cart. It's beautiful.
It's here.
Okay.
It's actually
All right.
written here in the notes for his character sheet.
Well done.
It says
I'm working on, do you think it would be, out of touch for him to be, branded? Do you think he would be,
He would totally be into that.
so
He would be
Yeah?
so into
And
that.
Barrios
It's not
knows
like
the guy. He'd
it's
be
like
good.
not a thing that he does anymore, but he did for about 30 months when he was about 16.
Okay.
Do you think that's how
Wait, he is about
he would be
16.
Do you
sensitive?
About
think-
3 months ago, he did that.
Oh, yeah,
It's just like an
100%.
instant
Do you think he would get that,
Yep.
branded on
Or,
him? Like that?
or just a tattoo, throwing it out there.
Then he would have to
oh
put
my
it
God,
on his
what if he
human
got
hat.
save
I
a
think
horse,
it's
ride
on
a horse
It's
boy?
on the inside
Just
of one of his thighs.
Uh-huh.
It's not on the outside.
Yes,
it's on the
it's
inside.
subtle.
Pick a thigh.
There, I know, so many.
You lift up the tail. That's where it is.
That's where the butthole is, Michelle. What are you saying?
I said that's where it is. You can draw your own conclusions.
You're right.
I mean, there's a couple over the plate ones like ball bearings and stuff like that.
Yeah, my ball bearings. Oh, his old character, it was ball sack, right? Ball bag, ball bag.
Oh, you hit me right in the ball bag.
Ball bag, ball bag. Except it was B-A-W, ball bag.
Ball bag. Oh, so he's saying it like, what's his name?
Ball bag.
The tangerine. You know what I'm talking about?
Like,
Michael Caine.
There we go. My cocaine.
Mike.
wait, who are you and what do you
Why
play?
was Tangerine the thing that got me to realize who you were talking
Because,
about?
again, to reference The Dark Knight for the second straight episode, and when he's like, I saw a kid playing with a ruby the size of a tangerine.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, let me just bring this up. There's a local politician, Joe Nicola. Right?
Nicolas.
Joe Nicola.
Yeah, you're saying it wrong. Say it again.
But, okay, that's his name. So Joe, like Joseph or something. Nicola, like an Italian last name. A good old-fashioned...
Giuseppe Nicola.
But it occurs to me that anyone in this town who knows of this guy calls him Joe Nicola, which is Jonahcola.
Sounds gross.
Joe Nicola.
Tastes
Like I'm
fishy.
saying Joenico.
Joe,
Nicola.
pause, Nicola, Jonah Cola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's Joe Nicola, but here it's Joe Nicola.
Yeah.
And that's very interesting.
I feel like Jonah Cola probably is like fish stick flavored.
I feel like he would win if he changed the spelling of his name to how people actually say it.
Yeah.
I would vote for a Jonah Cola.
If you put that on
Yeah.
his board,
Yeah.
on the signs out there, people
Yeah.
would go, "I know Jonah Cola."
County
Jonah
Treasurer
Cola.
Cola. Yeah, I
Not
voted
only
for
will
that
I
fella.
vote for you, but I drink it.
Oh, I love cola. All right.
Okay,
catchphrase, here
I'm
we
Will. I play Barrios, and I think Wyatt's new catchphrase should be "I love cola."
Okay. Good call. Good call.
I love cola.
It's a good one. I like it. I like it. I like it.
That's what he says all the time.
We've stopped letting him drink alcohol because he gets too obnoxious, so we just give him a little soda pop every now and then.
and now I love it.
Hi, I'm
I
Will.
don't drink water.
I play Ruza, the lizard folk fighter, and I think his catchphrase would be the sound of his dagger missing.
Sounds awfully a lot like ball bearings falling down.
Wow, that's so good.
Are we only doing Wyatt?
No,
Wyatt or Kestis, I gave you an
Okay.
option.
I mean, it's funnier. With
Yeah, it's pretty over the plate. Not unlike the way Wyatt throws daggers.
Just a bit outside.
And he walked.
That's why you had to give him a blinking dagger. he couldn't find it in the field anymore.
Yep.
All right, we got two people.
Okay, everybody. This is Drew. I play Constance Connie the Reach Brava, and he is a monk slash rogue. And I think our friend Kestis, his catchphrase would be, "Connie, Kestis is my name," because Connie's always calling him
Kestis.
Kestis or Con.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Yeah,
This
that's a
is
good one.
my name.
Oh, Lauren Bigara, what are you doing?
Community. Okay.
calling yourself Kestis like it's your name, but that's my name. Shibber, 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 shibber.
That's his actual.
Kestis' middle name is Dirigible, if you could mix that in.
What's his last name?
What?
Thimbleweed.
The horse? Oh.
Yeah, and I think Guinness.
Thimbleweed
Guinness, right?
is his last name.
Kestis Dirigible, the horse Timbleweed.
Timberweed. There you go.
Kestis
Half
Dirigible,
handle.
Dirigible.
Half hand.
Huh?
Half hand has to make it.
Kestis half hand Dirigible,
Terrific.
the horse.
Thimbleweed.
Dorolo the
Timberweed.
third.
Timberweed. There it is.
Damn it, critical roll again.
My name is Matt. I play Zook Magoop, Mill Turtle Wizard 8, level 8. And I can only think of my dumb one from the last session.
That's fine. You can say it.
Like, if we're entering combat, Kestis would say, like, it's time for a Shamrock Shakedown.
Yes.
Shamrock
I like that.
Shakedown.
That's a good
Time
one.
for a Shamrock
Time for a Shamrock Shakedown.
Time for a shamrock.
I think we should.
Now
Time
say it
for
like
a
you're the
Shamrock
crossbow guy
Shakedown.
from
Yeah,
The
that
Walking
is-
Dead.
Huh?
I said now say it like you're the crossbow guy from The Walking Dead.
It's time for a Shamrock Shakedown.
Now say it like you're the
Wait.
guy from the Boondock Saints.
It's the same guy.
What?
But one of them's doing a passable Irish accent.
It's an artist's interpretation, baby.
I
I don't think he did it passable.
Dafoe's character in that
Can't
movie.
forget that.
Try to forget
We're
it.
brothers and we're Irish and we live in Boston and we shoot people. But we'll kind of do it in this funny sort of way.
What you doing with a fucking rope?
Willem Dafoe has scary teeth.
Hit.
Yeah, that's the thing that's scary about him.
Yeah, he does. His teeth are scary.
All of him is scary.
Yeah.
But he looks like he'd get dementia and bite you.
That is
Can you
so
imagine?
true.
Being his ward at the old folks'
Wait,
home.
he was in Nosferatu, the vampire.
He was,
Yeah,
now
That's
they're
the
saying-
vampire.
Correct.
You're imagining him from the movie Nosferatu, the vampire.
No way. You've got.
I'm
We're gonna-
him from Speed 2, I think.
He was in that.
You're not imagining. You're
There was a
living it.
sequel to Speed
That's-
2.
That's creepy.
And that's when he was
There's the
young.
buddy next to me.
That's, well, imagine those sinking into you.
Do you think? Hold on. Do you think he realizes that like how people react to that,
I don't know.
or was he like?
You want to know what's
I think
crazy?
he was just getting a paycheck and I'm just doing a job.
If they had made Lord of the Rings in the 80s, he's playing Faramir. Did you see how fair his orange hair was? So you wish that I had died and Boromir had lived?
Oh gosh. The crossover nobody wanted. And with that, we're going to jump into episode 46
Of Dungeons and Dragons, the official company show.
of the Wales. Have the Wild Magic School Bus.
Oh.
So the last time we were here, slowly increased the.
I said that we have to accept.
The last time we were here, the party had stumbled across a tiny village within the Emerald Vale, inhabited by creatures known as the Beto.
No, that
These-
was 2 episodes ago.
You are so inseparable.
The creatures came across our party, who are beginning to gain traction and call themselves the Menagerie, and the Betos took them for gods, which the group accepted.
How could they not?
The group then followed the Betos back to their village to help save them from some creatures that were harrying the Betos. A spell was cast in order to help in this process to polymorph one of the Betos, who then took it upon themselves to then be the god. So another fight ensued where they had to take the Beto down, some clever dispel magics, and all was right with the village. With that, the Betos were grateful, provided them with what they needed, and also a direction on how to get to Soldazbog, the ruined temple where their target lies, this second son who has sworn death upon Barrios. Upon arriving at the edge of the ruins, the party discovers that they're not the only ones here waiting for the second son, for there are a myriad of ruffian-looking individuals who are outside of the temple, camped out, blocking the seemingly only entrance into the ruined temple itself. And that is where we find ourselves tonight, with everybody gathered outside of the perimeter of this clearing that has been made in front of the temple, observing kind of everything that you've seen. You haven't been spotted yet, so if you want to retreat back away from the camp, you are more than welcome to do so. That would require a group stealth check to see if you are seen as you do come across this, and then from there you can make your plans.
The Menage Hall. I don't know.
Menage a what?
The Menage Hall. I don't know. It's like a hall of us. Anyways. Go ahead. What are we doing?
Boy.
Yikes. Kill me.
The first thing I want to do is, do we have popcorn?
Popcorn?
Do we have popcorn?
Us. Real world us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good.
You know, we just took like a 10-minute break where you...
I try. I try to be this disruptive. It is an actual attempt.
It's not a bonus action.
No. I would like to cast pass. Connie's gonna cast pass without a trace on everyone.
Very good. So
So
casting,
everyone add 10 to your
casting
stuff.
Pass Without a Trace, Connie summons the shadows from around you in the dark forest, further hiding you from whoever is looking. So go ahead and roll your group stealth checks and add a 10 to your rolls.
Boy, they were both bad. 25.
25.
33.
33.
36.
36.
19 for Kestis.
21 and 17.
It's the best.
And
a 9 and
22.
a 7 on...
A 3 and a 4.
Gee.
Yeah.
For me and for Wyatt, yeah.
Good lord.
Yeah, not great.
What'd you roll, Nell?
For Kestis, I think I said it was
You rolled 17 for Kestis,
17 for Kestis, 22 for me.
22 for you. All right.
Yeah, even Pass Without Trace, we had some low ones.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty brutal.
It's not too
However, Pass Without a Trace does save you because they did not roll very high either on their perception. So you were able to recede back into the jungle without causing any alarm from the camp itself. So, safely distancing yourself from the camp, you can make plans to figure out what you would like to do and how to approach this obstacle in front of you.
Right.
Well, let's make some plans.
Oh, good. That's what we're excellent at.
Yep,
Just making
that's-
plans.
I mean, they looked hostile to me, didn't they to you?
They were sharpening weaponry.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that could have been for anything, really.
But I've come to find that people who don't smell real nice and sharpen weaponry tend to want to use that weaponry on anyone who's not their friend.
You got to use shorter sentences. The longer the sentence gets, the more your face starts to droop down and you can't talk.
It's a character choice he's taking now.
Wyatt starts out here and then slowly descends into the swamps of New Orleans. The longer.
No, Artex! No! Hold on! No? Never seen Never-Ending Story.
Y'all ever have
Fuck me.
I know
haven't
what the
seen that
never-ending
I haven't seen that
story
movie
is.
in years, Drew.
Atreyu is the name of the dog.
Don't give in to the sadness. What?
I only know that because there's a band named Atreyu.
No, Atreyu is
The prince? The prince? The boy? The prince who was promised?
Are you finished?
So we need to find a way in, right? I think I've already figured that out.
So, for those of you who are listening, just know that today is the second day of showings for the new movie Man and Witch, which was written and directed by the young lady. Well, she's not a young lady, by the woman who played the childlike Empress in the wonderful classic movie, The Never-Ending Story, that none of these people have seen.
Classic is bold.
I have seen it.
Proclamation.
I think I've seen it.
I have seen it.
I was a more Indiana Cupboard guy than Neverending Story.
Also a great movie.
It's a really good one.
So how do you think we're gonna get down and in there?
Small soldiers.
So I think that Small Soldiers is
Equally
so
good.
No, it wasn't. Compared to those,
I'm sorry. I've got about 4 Gorgonites that would disagree with you.
Is the only opening
fell asleep in that movie
on this
in the theater.
temple the front door?
From what you've seen, from the cursory look that you were given, you saw the clearing in front of it, and you saw this large arch that led into what looked to be this ruin of a temple. Like, it's hard to tell how big of a scale because most of it was either hidden by the overgrowth of the jungle, but what you saw was an entrance with like large doors.
Can I send my parrot
You absolutely can.
to do a little scout reconnaissance?
Absolutely,
to see
yeah.
if there's any other way.
That's a really
Go ahead
good
and roll
idea.
a perception check for your familiar to see what it can see.
All right, 1 second. I think it does. Has advantage.
If Kestis upcasts invisibility, he can catch 3 people in that.
Ooh, thank goodness.
Ooh.
It has advantage. Not using that dice. All right. That is 17.
17. Flying around for about an hour or so, it'll come back to you and relay the information that, from what it can tell, without getting down into the ruins itself, there was no obvious signs of another entry point. This seemed to be the only one, and even from its glance, it looked to be that this one had been more recently cleared. So it seems like this wasn't just a opening they found. They had to clear these doors in order to get into it or get close to it. So.
Connie would actually like to go reconnoiter around, flitting through the shadows all around this area, looking for other entrances as well, and taking note of any like scouts that might be out there or anything else.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception check.
So, like, okay, great. 13.
Looking around, taking about the same amount, taking about an hour. You get a good distance around one side of the ruins in the temple. It's pretty massive. It looks to be that this was maybe a multi-tiered temple at some point, but is no longer. It's very overgrown. However, there is the temple itself has no canopy over the top of it. It's clear view to the sky from the temple itself, or what's left of it. But everything around it is definitely overgrown. There are no scouts. It seems like whoever's in this camp doesn't feel or fear whatever's out there. They've built, much like you guys did a couple nights ago, they've built enough of a clearing that whatever could come into the camp would be seen before it enters the camp. So they've definitely set themselves up for success, but none of them seemed, nobody was taking watch while you guys were watching. And it is also mid-afternoon at this point, so it is not, we haven't reached the dark of the evening yet. But yeah, you scout around for a little bit. You don't see any obvious entry points. But again, it is a very dilapidated place. With enough time and meticulous looks, you feel like there could be a way to get into it, but it would probably take the same thing they've done, which is manpower and time. So.
Okay, guys, here, I've relayed all of that to you, and I have a thought. What if I do some sneaking in there and see if I can get a better idea of who these guys are and what their plans are? Just listen up a little, kind of take note as to how many are in there, what kind of weaponry they have. Maybe see if I can get in past the entrance of the temple and just see what's on the other side. Yeah.
I have an even better idea,
Of course you do.
and that is to not send one of us in who could get trapped and possibly killed, but I could just send in my parrot and it'll do the same thing.
Your parrot can understand languages?
I can see through its eyes and hear what it hears.
It's not going to come back just garbled, blah, 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 blah.
No, because I can communicate with my little bird.
Nice. I mean, it makes me feel a little, useless, but okay.
Well, I just don't want you to die.
Well, what
I
if?
really appreciate that.
Because what if, like,
if your
you,
parrot
like,
dies,
takes,
does
like,
he
one
come
step?
back to life like later?
I can summon it back.
Okay, good.
It's fine.
It gets a little angry, but it does come back. What if? We have an assassin in the group. What if we just?
I've never learned how to assassinate. I don't know what
No,
you're talking.
I'm not talking about you. It's
What do you mean?
anyway.
I don't think there is another one, I don't think.
And I just like flick one of his bunny ears.
Floppy?
Yeah.
Really?
No, they stand up pretty well. Which is crazy for
Maybe
my
when
age.
you were younger.
At my age.
Oh, we're both gonna go. Okay, we're both
Yeah.
going blue. Okay.
I mean, couple options. One, once we've kind of sussed the joint out, I mean, we know what they want. So if we decide that we're going to go in and request an audience with Second Son, just put me on Kestis' back, and you guys are the party what caught me.
I forgot that was the
We're in
original
there.
plan. Yeah.
Other option is, for the next 72 hours, we let Rambo loose, and anytime someone gets a little too close to the woods, boom, assassinate. The next thing you know, there's like 2 people left to fight.
My
That's
only-
actually a great idea.
Are we positive that
I
none of
love
the
that
people
idea.
that we didn't kill somehow came back to this place to inform?
I'm also curious
Yeah.
if so. These people
Pretty
look
possible.
like they're kind of rough. Do they look rough as in like they just look like a bunch of bandits, or do they look rough as in like they look like one of the possible tribes that could have just been out here?
They definitely give off the energy of ruffians and thugs.
Okay, so they could probably speak common.
Think,
So
think,
they're the guys from Tangled that
think
had
yeah,
a
think
dream.
the snuggly duckling from Tangled.
Okay,
Think all
okay,
those
okay,
guys
okay.
just kind of sitting
What a great
around.
song.
Peoples whose
That-
social
okay, 'cause
graces
in
and
my
ability to
head
navigate
initially
society
it
is
was like
so
people
poor
with, like,
that their only way
spears.
to
No,
survive
no,
is to
yeah,
band
not
together.
like-
I don't think we can
And
like
commit
reason with these
Yeah.
tribes.
Yeah.
That's why it's called a bandit group, because they band it together.
Oh.
It being their bad behavior.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Everything can be explained.
Yeah.
by
I kind of
greed.
like the sneak attack idea, because if we go in pretending to capture and it goes wrong, they could gang up on us.
Could we bait some of them to come out like slowly, like one at a time, by doing like an illusion of some kind, where it's like at the very edge, where it's like only some of them could see it, and then they're like, "Oh, let me investigate."
We could do that. Yeah.
A
That's
little
an option.
exclamation point pops up above their head, and then it goes question mark, and then they start walking over.
Mm-hmm,
And
We,
then
we
they
could
say,
also
"Must
wait
have
until
been the
after
wind,"
dark and then
you
make some
stab them
sounds in the.
back.
Yeah,
in
you
the
got to make sure the eyes closed while you guys are doing this so that they don't.
I mean, we could make some sounds in the dark, maybe, a couple hundred yards into the jungle, and if, if 8 of them come out, then no,
we could
that's
make
too
this
much.
kind of sound like there's a good party happening, and then the dweebs won't come out, but the cool guys will come out, and then
Connie
eventually
was
when
really close. He was really close that time.
no.
Yeah, no, we're not going to,
Okay, what sounds are you gonna suggest that's gonna? Never mind.
like,
Could you send your bird? We can talk about this later. Send your bird.
So, do you want the bird to go in to
Like
the
2
top?
cats making sweet cat love.
All right, ignoring this, I'm gonna send my bird into the top of like the open area and to check the ruin.
Instantly, everybody looks
See
up as this bird
Go
does not exist in this
ahead.
area, and they see it for what it is. They come out and attack.
Go ahead
you all.
and make
Roll
a.
their
This would I would say.
And it flies directly back to us.
No harm and no foul. No harm, no foul.
No harm, just foul.
And
That's the
say,
name of
no
the
woman,
episode.
no cry, no harm, no
no
foul. Oh.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for your familiar.
Bird stealth.
birds are so stealthy,
That
they're
is
super
a
quiet.
17.
Yes.
No parrot, no fly.
Did it have passed without a trace?
For like the 10 feet that it was in it.
All right,
Has to go-
so the
I thought it just stuck with you. I didn't think you had to be like by it.
you have to be within 30
I
feet
don't
of
think
it.
so.
I thought.
Yeah, have to be within 30 feet of it.
Nope.
Think?
No, no.
Oh.
No. You, no.
I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Let's see.
Yes. Okay.
No,
Okay.
but
all right.
each
Okay.
creature you
Rules
choose within
lawyers.
30 feet of you.
Uh-huh.
has
Doesn't
a
say they have
plus
to
10.
stay.
Yeah, it doesn't say they have to stay there.
For the duration, each creature you choose
Yeah.
within 30 feet of you.
Yeah, I chose them when they were within 30 feet of me.
And then if they leave the 30 feet of you, you can't choose them anymore.
Doesn't say that. It says for the duration.
Uh-huh.
For the duration. Each creature you choose within 30 feet of
Within 30 feet of you.
So you're saying it's saying I have to continually choose that? Well,
No, I have to would continually within 30
Well,
feet
if
of
that
you.
was the case, it should be a concentration spell. Oops.
Oh, goodness. All right.
Yeah.
So with the 17, the bird begins to fly towards the entrance of the temple. It doesn't seem to catch the attention of anybody at the campsite. Flies towards the doors. One of the doors is slightly opened and leaving enough room for one person to kind of squeeze through them. The bird can fly through fairly easily, and is
Okay.
what you see.
Clarification, real
Yes.
quick. It could not have just flown up and over in. It had to go through the door. Is there like an upper level and a lower level?
Whatever whatever tiers of this temple were at one point, most of it has fallen in on itself.
Okay.
So it's
But
like
there is
kind
an
of like
inside, and that is through the door.
Through the main doors is the only clear entrance you've seen so
and
far.
and that
And
has
so
a
it-
roof over it.
Correct.
Oh,
So
okay.
flying in to the main doors, you come through what looks to be a little bit of a open doorway or an open like antechamber that is empty of any individuals right now. There seems to be some old decorations, decor of this place, some dilapidated furniture and different things in here. The first thing that you notice as you look in here through the eyes of your familiar is that everything is plated in polished metals. So like the wall has bronze plates that kind of align different designs across it. The floor itself has polished, what looks to be either iron or different things. All of it gleaming impeccably bright, and all of the torches that are placed all throughout here reflecting that light cause it to look like perpetual just sunlight streaming through this place.
That's kind of neat.
And everything in here has imagery of light, sun rays, beams, fire. It's just all light based
Sounds like
imagery.
the right place.
But yeah, it goes in about let's see here actually. So seeing the antechamber. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes here.
Calvin consults his notes.
About 30 feet in, this antechamber narrows into a corridor as it heads down there. So does it continue to fly?
I'd say yeah,
Okay.
but it's just a little bit more cautious. Maybe
Sure,
like-
flying, just trying to be
Yeah.
a bird in a room
Yeah,
as
true.
best it can
Maintaining
be.
a low
it's
profile.
a pretty well spaced. The ceiling is pretty high up. I'd say probably about 12 feet or so. So it feels very spacious in here. Some of it is a little bit lower. You can see some of it sagging. Some of the support beams some of them have broken, and others have fallen in some places. The walls are kind of bowed in at some areas. So it does give you, while beautifully adorned and looks well maintained, it still feels very precarious in here. It is a little dilapidated. The floors have this kind of a wave effect to them because the ground has shifted over time. Tiles have cracked and bent or broken. But it moves in about 30 feet, getting to the corridor. Looking down the corridor continues for quite a ways. You can see there are doors lining one side of the corridor, spaced out every probably 10, 15 feet or so. But that is all it sees. The corridor ends after a while and opens up into another space that you can't see from here.
Okay. But in that entirety of it going down the hallway for a little bit in
Yep.
the antechamber, there was no people.
There is nobody in there, no.
Okay. I'm going to call it back.
Okay. Returning back to you, it lands and relays all this information to you. Well, you saw it, so you relayed this information to everybody else. It seems to be a temple in there.
All right. I want to try some way for us to get some of them away from the entrance so that we can just sneak in.
Okay.
Because,
listening.
I mean, this is quite a bit of people. So, like, getting them a little bit of ways away.
Yeah, how many did Connie count?
My bad.
How many people did we count?
Based on your count, you got about probably a dozen, maybe more, that you saw.
What do you think, guys? I mean, like, I think, given that we have the drop on them, we could take out a dozen.
I mean, I think the issue that I see with that is, as soon as we start a fracas, the rest are going to come calling.
Yeah.
So we would have to, I mean, that's kind of why I'm partial to an isolated skirmish deeper into the bush. You know, because if we go in there fighting, we're basically signing up to fight all of them at the same time.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so do we do that? Do we take some or all of them out? What in a well thought out manner, or do we claim to have brought you as our prize,
How
having found out about?
how close are they bunched together?
That's a question for someone with a fireball spell. You
I have
should
a-
say they're all
I
within
have
30
a
feet?
crazy idea. A zany, wacky idea.
Can your parrot self-destruct?
No, that'd be sick.
Strap bombs to him. He'll appear back with
Oh.
us.
That's not well. After like an hour,
Oh, okay.
Dang it.
Well, he'll be fine.
I have to resummon him, and
Yeah.
he would be not very happy if I gave him a
That's the life
dynamite
of a
vest.
parrot pirate, dude.
That's true. He's used to it, I guess, already.
Yo ho, baby.
Oh man, that's a crazy idea to attack another pirate ship. You just send your parrot with a bunch of explosives,
You're
and you're
welcome.
like,
I mean, you're welcome.
The campsite is pretty spacious. It looks to be maybe 100, 120 feet
okay.
across. And just as deep, kind of like in from where you guys are set pretty far
120
back.
feet across.
About 120 feet or so.
How distracting do you think it would be if, towards the entrance to this campsite, you cast darkness?
I would say pretty distracting, yes.
Okay.
Wait, when do you think the sun god people are the weakest?
I don't know. When are
During
you the
the day.
weakest?
An eclipse.
now.
We wait for there to be an eclipse.
When the moon is blocking out the sun. Good news, we only have to wait 18 more months.
Whenever it's close to the noon and it's like the sun's coming down, you cast darkness in the sky,
Oh, yeah.
and so it looks like an eclipse in the sky.
And then they
Definitely
realize
do
they're
that.
worshiping a false god.
If you send your bird up there, I can cast darkness
I just
on
want
On
to
my
let
bird.
you know. Because
My bird's just freaking out.
Maybe talk to him about
What a Judas!
Yeah.
He's blind.
It's your son, dude.
Oh my god.
Did I take back the crescent moon brand I put on him? He's no longer one of the My Little Ponies.
Kestis also has fog cloud. That may be helpful to
Fog
us.
cloud might be helpful. I mean, imagine if we just, not that I'm fixated on this, get a couple of them into the woods idea, but you get a couple of them into the woods, you cast fog cloud, they don't know which way's home. Sink, 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 dead.
What was that?
It was sink, 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 sink,
Dead.
dead.
So it was five what?
Sinks.
Whole sinks?
Yeah.
I don't know what those are.
Kitchen,
5 whole
bathroom.
sinks.
We're talking the deep ones that hipsters have with no divider.
Just the big, basin.
I think they would kill a man from the top of a tree.
I'd kill a man from the bottom of a tree.
Throw a sink at one of those guys. Woo. Take them out.
It's like
I've
that
seen the
episode of
movies.
The Office
Ah,
where
it's
Michael
just-
Scott picks up the sink at the trash facility and gets
You know, my brother and I, we once broke out of a place by throwing a toilet through a window, and then killed a guy below us in Boston when we were in Boondocks Saints. No,
Was that before or after you described rule of thumb to the very nice lady?
what?
Oh, you don't know
Moving
the
on.
entirety of the Boondock Saints. I mean, that's actually an option. What if we put Wyatt up in a tree and we just put something illusory at the base of that tree?
And I threw a bunch of
no,
ball bearings at him.
no,
No?
no.
What if you send
so
your parrot
annoying.
out, we polymorph it, giant creature, giant beedo in the middle of the camp.
And then that Beto runs into the woods where we're waiting in the trees.
Why don't we go get one of the Beto and command them?
They've
to
already
do-
made it explicitly clear they are not coming in here.
No, but we're so much bigger than them, and we're their gods, so we just bring them. Or I could knock one out. I just punch him in the back of the head. We wait until he wakes up.
I thought we had this conversation about the difference between commanding and requesting.
Yeah. No, whichever one I'm talking about, we do that one.
I don't know how to get back to their village.
Wait. Okay. If you made a Beto that big, how big could you make Kestis? And he could just go in there and stomp.
Well, I think it was an exception with the Beto. I don't know if my magics will work on a Kestis.
What if you just turned Kestis into a normal horse? This has nothing to do with the actual plan.
The
That
problem-
would be kind of funny.
So the problem with Kestis is, no offense, buddy, anytime he gets the opportunity to enlarge anything, it goes straight to his penis. So I don't think that's...
Seriously, no matter what my intention is, I always end up thinking about my penis right at the last moment.
That's his catchphrase.
Tinkin about my penis at the last second.
Oh, Kestis.
Could we tell him that tomorrow in front of his Steam Deck and watch her break up with him?
Yeah.
They don't talk about D&D.
Not at all.
That's how you keep a marriage
Zach, you missed a great night. We talked about you thinking about
Tinkin about your penis.
How you're always thinking about your penis.
Oh, man. Tinkin.
D&D's over.
Thinking about my penis.
Can that be the
Episode
title?
43.
It's such a
episode title?
stupid sentence. It shouldn't be funny.
Can that be the Patreon exclusive episode title?
God.
thinking about
Thinking about my penis. I can't wait for that episode to come
Oh
out.
goodness.
2 weeks.
Oh, the problem is if we play this content for almost anyone on the planet, they just look at us like we're stupid.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's
That's
the
our
beauty
lot
of
in
it.
life.
That's
you know
true.
What?
It's not a lot.
That's the cost of being authentic, dude.
It's our life.
Yeah, but think about it this way.
Think about
Think about it.
Think about it this way. 25 years from now, my child's going to be listening to this.
We're
Oh
going to
my
inform
gosh.
your child's sense of humor.
Ooh.
25 years from now?
16 years from now, tops.
That's true. We'll start that kid listening to this when it's like 10.
Right now. Unplug the Mozart from the Walkman that you've got on Jana's belly.
In her belly?
On her
Oh,
belly. And just put...
Oh my gosh, that baby's gonna be so used to our voices. Oh, well, not Matt.
Yes.
That's true.
Wow.
That baby's gonna hear Matt. What the fuck was that? That's Uncle Matt Yang.
Oh, my
that
gosh.
makes sense.
Sorry, I was just.
No, that was
I was
good.
just
that's a good
tinking.
one.
I was just tinking.
Inspiration.
Uncle Matt and Matt were in your podcast? Babe, you've listened to the entire run of the show. Yeah, Uncle Matt and Matt are in the
There's a Matt in the podcast?
Go listen to the first.
Both the Matts were in the podcast?
You
I
played
didn't
D&D with
I
Uncle
didn't
Matt for
record any of
6
the-
years? Pretty damn close, yeah.
I didn't record any of the Nubius one. That was probably the one where we got the most.
Oh, yeah.
Aw.
I loved Campaign 2. Man, what a
Biscuit.
good time we had with all that.
Campaign 2 was.
Wasn't Biscuit the baby owl bear that he saved?
Yeah.
Yep.
He was beautiful.
Yep. That was the first time I was a cat. You were obsessed with making pocket
Nubius
pies.
was first campaign.
Yeah.
No, that's the first game.
Yeah.
Nubius
Yeah,
was
because
campaign
Owl,
one.
Owlbear was
Yeah.
the first campaign. 'cause
Oh,
that was,
jeez,
Yeah, because
Louise.
Mines of
Owlbear was
Fandel.
in the Owlbear was in the Mines of Philander, like the pre-built
Okay.
thing that I was
Yeah.
using.
Okay.
I was like, oh, there's an owlbear, and so I came across it, and it didn't say anything about you keeping it. It just was like you could scare off the ruffians, and it wouldn't. And y'all were like, let's keep it. I'm like, I don't see anything in here about
God,
keeping
now I
it.
remember that.
And then yeah, we kept it.
Michelle, were you in one?
I think the tail end of
Like
it, yeah.
came in at the end?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
was your character?
Samir.
Samir.
Agnosos, Samir, Dragon, Gideon, Nubius.
Yep.
And Liz popped in as
Emrys.
Emrys Young
She's the
Elf
bard.
*1.
Holy.
My beard.
that was
Emrys the Bard. Yep.
ages ago.
And then Preston took my spot for a little bit.
Badly.
Bedlin, wish Bedlin.
Now we're just reminiscing.
And then we went to campaign 2, and it was Mitz.
Rev.
Oh, Nena
Yeah,
at
Rev.
first,
Nena.
and then the penny whistle.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! Yep, the penny
Started
whistle.
with the
What,
druid.
what did Samir talk think?
Michelle. And then campaign 2, you were.
I think I was that Tick? No. That was Tick.
Yeah, that was Tick.
Yeah, it was
Yeah. You were
Lotar.
Tick. Lotar. That was
Lotar.
when you were Pocket Pie Boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tick, Lotar, and
Din.
Din. Yeah, Din Roll.
Din,
Yeah.
And with 2 ends when he resurrected.
2 ends when he died and came back. Yep.
Yep. Gosh.
Yep.
And then 3 was the Cloaca one.
Glyph, Zeph.
3 was Lizard Boys.
Glyph, Zeph.
3
TBD,
Lizard Boys
yeah,
by the
but-
time.
Everyone
4 of you
was
include
a
Pothole.
lizard by the end of
We
it.
were so close to turning everybody
I
into a
think they
lizard.
turned, I think, a few hundred years into the future.
They'll
most-
all
most
be,
people
yeah.
in that
Oh, it's like
region
in the
were
Planet of
lizards.
the Apes movies, like the old ones. You know, when what's his name goes back to his home
Wahlberg?
world.
The one with
Yeah,
Walt-
when Wahlberg goes
Oh,
back.
I was like Charlton Heston. Yeah.
That was what I immediately thought, and then he's like, no, the old ones with Mark Wahlberg.
Don't you put your
The
clothes
old
into a
ones.
Charleston Heston? I don't know.
That's a Charleston hamper.
Okay. You eat a Charleston chew.
It's
Okay.
a Charleston hamburger. Who's old now? Shut up. Okay, can
And
we play
we're
D&D,
back.
please?
Yes,
And we're
okay.
back.
I
So-
say we for sure don't drag you in there. That sounds so stupid. I say for sure, like, either wait till nightfall. I say for sure wait till nightfall, or maybe we lure him out here. But I think going guns blazing in there is a no.
Either way, I'm going to go up into a tree.
Yeah, we could see what they do
That's
at night.
fine.
Like
That's
if they take shifts and like sleep or something.
That's all. That's we don't know. That's a good idea. They're probably scared of the dark.
If they take shifts, we somehow lure out the ones who are taking the shift, and then we kill all the ones that are sleeping. Mm-hmm.
Or
just instant kills.
we lure out the one taking a shift. Someone with the ability to alter their appearance takes the place of the person taking the shift, while the person that's taking a shift gets
Murdered.
Shifted.
by Wyatt. Yes, falling from a tree.
taking a fat
no,
shift.
I was doing it. Okay, that's fine.
And
Prolonged shift.
then
Very
when the next
long
person comes out for their shift to take their shift, whomever has altered their self will say, "All right, it's your shift," and then sprint into the woods, prompting a chase.
shift.
Boom, we kill another one.
So just one at a time.
I'm not gonna
like
lie, I was
that?
not paying attention to like half of what you were saying.
I
there.
did too. I blacked out.
All right, that's fine.
I was thinking about how funny.
I'm better at
You
night.
all
shift
turn
could
around.
be-
Connie comes back soaked in blood.
He's killed everyone.
I killed 4 shifts worth of guards.
There are 3 left.
in white still in the
shifts.
tree.
A white jumps down and stabs Connie. Yeah, I do it.
Oh, sorry, didn't recognize him with all that blood.
All right, so let's do that. Bram?
Yep.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so who's gonna alter their visage? I mean, I can, but
I mean, I could just dress up
I can't
in
do
a
that.
costume, but I can't really.
Wait, what was the plan?
so the plan is, well, I guess we should wait to see if they even have guards. Maybe they're so cocky that they just don't even guard their place.
If they all go to sleep, why don't we just go inside?
Because I think the worry is we're gonna start a hubbub when we get in there.
You'll probably make
What
a
if it's
noise
like
or
too
two.
deep within it? They can't hear it.
If we did sneak in and then lock the door behind us, like bar it.
Yeah, but then what happens if we're overpowered? No, that's stupid. Never mind. We didn't do that.
Yeah, we
I was
never
gonna say what
lost.
happens
I
if we
don't think we've
lose.
ever
There's no way we're
lost.
gonna lose. We don't.
That just doesn't happen.
Okay, let's fight.
Yeah.
Fight, kill.
I will say too, if ever we needed, just to remind ye, I do have invisibility.
I mean, basically, we're all pretty much set up. Like we could sneak in there with no problem. There's very little chance we're gonna get caught sneaking in there, and then we could bar that door.
Yeah.
Well, I have arcane lock, so I can lock it from the inside.
He's got arcane
I think
lock.
we
He can-
sneak inside and listen. We defend ourselves if we have to, but
I actually really like that idea. Let's wait for nightfall.
Yeah, just to see what their shifts are like.
Time skip.
Clock wipe. All right. So you are. What are you doing?
First thing we're gonna do is watch for a night shift.
Okay.
Which one of you guys has can cast Pass Without Trace?
Castus.
It's me. It's Kestis. Kestis half-hand thimble crack.
Would it make sense if you... Does that stack?
I don't think so.
Would it make sense?
That would be elite if it did.
Yeah,
That would be
would-
crazy.
Can I stack all these
Would
concentration
it make
spells
sense
again?
if
+2.
if they're asleep, if once we get in the midst of them, I also cast silence over us, so as we move, there's absolutely no chance of us.
There's no sound.
Yeah, and even if someone does hear us or get stumbled upon, we can slaughter them before they make a noise.
Good use of the word
New
slaughter.
idea. Someone Kestis casts Pass Without a Trace.
An even newer idea.
You pass. You cast silence. Someone else casts darkness. Everything is all sight. All senses are gone. They
For
can't-
all of us,
and then we try to make our way inside.
we're trying to stumble our way through the silent darkness, but very sneakily.
Oh my god, I'm just thinking of a Clue when he's like, "What's this? Another door?" and he turns on the shower head.
Oh, so you've seen Clue?
Clue's one of the greatest movies of all time. I
You
bet.
play D&D?
Whenever you want to.
So I think step one
So,
is we
yeah.
see if they have any guards at night,
Is Night Watch?
and that's when we
Question mark?
decide how we're going to sneak in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Show us the night watch.
Okay.
Ding 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 ding.
We serve.
So you guys, as evening comes, you guys set up to watch to see what happens. You watch as evening comes to a close, darkness begins to descend, and you see the entire camp begins to light torches around the perimeter of the campsite and also around all of the huts and campfires.
the dark,
So they
don't you?
basically build themselves kind of an area of light around. And you can see as the day actually progressed, they were doing more building around the campsite. There's even now like small wooden fences in some areas, kind of like not like big fences, but like small ones with like pointed sticks pointed in the direction of the jungle, just to kind of like deter anything more than anything else.
Yeah.
So basically, setting themselves up to like have a defensible area, and again, just kind of milling around and waiting to see kind of what just they all seem to be waiting for something. They don't seem to be in a hurry or in a rush, but they also seem to be kind of like biding their time as best they can with some drinking, some games, a little roughhousing, nothing crazy. But evening does come. Most of them do bed down for the evening. There looks to be probably maybe 3 or 4 individuals that stay up. 3 of them around one campfire in the campsite, and then another one who just kind of meanders around every once in a while, just keeping an eye on things. But again, they stay well within their campsite, and everything is cleared. So again, they seem to have a confidence of not having to worry about anything at this point.
So, okay. So the one that's kind of meandering about, he's kind of just like looking about the place.
What if we start a fire?
I have the opposite idea.
Okay.
Start a water.
From a
Stop
distance
the fire,
away,
idiot.
Oh, I know what he's going to say.
I can
Can we
snuff
tell whether or not there are any budding romances happening here
I bet.
among the campers?
I bet he would like to finish his sentence.
Oh.
what if I snuffed out one of the torches on the far end? Like it just like sputters out. And so then he's like, well, let me need to go light that. And while he is distracted, the ones that are over there next to the campfire, they're busy doing whatever, and they're not like probably super paying attention to their surroundings, which gives us ample time to probably sneak in to the place without
Pass
killing
without a
us.
trace.
Yes. And silence if necessary. I would say maybe not fully necessary, because if they start shouting or anything, we wouldn't be able to hear that.
That's true.
So if they start like alerting people, then we would be like, oh, we're still fine, and then we go inside and then we die.
Yeah, I don't think the silence is something that I'm going to do
Okay.
unless it's like
like
useful
100%
in that
necessary.
moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be ready, but
So essentially, create a small distraction across the campsite.
giving us a bit of an advantage while using our
Pass without a
Pass without
trace
a trace.
ability.
Yes.
I think that's a really good idea. I'm signing off on that.
All right, then we get inside, quietly close the door. He casts Arcane Lock.
I cast Arcane Trap. I can't do
I
that.
cast Arcane Knock, and I will get the lock right out of here.
Okay, so what is the setup here?
I'm gonna go over towards one of the like furthest away torches, of, like the campsite, from the door,
We're all kind of moving.
Okay.
along.
and
Or,
then
yeah, with Pass
casting
Without Trace.
Prestidigitation, which can snuff out a torch.
You're moving into the clearing, or
No, outside the clearing still,
Okay. Yeah.
and then staying 10 feet away from it, because that's the furthest I can cast it.
Wait,
10 feet away from a torch.
Yeah.
you're inside. I think you're inside
Is
their
that
visual
inside?
perimeter.
I'm trying to figure it out because I think
He
I think
said
the
it
light
was wide enough that anyone who
light
was to
gives a
approach-
30 foot, so you would have to get closer in order to. Sorry, I'm trying to work with you here.
No, it's fine. It's
He
fine.
comes scurrying back into the brush. Nope. Didn't work.
Can't do
Can't
that.
do that, guy.
Really, only 10 feet for prestidigitation?
Yeah,
That's
range
crazy.
area of 10 feet.
Yeah, I don't think
I
you'll,
did-
unless you want to step into the clearing, you would not be able to reach a torch from here.
Oop, time to go home.
Yep. He's right.
You know, what if doing that thing that I said I was going to do before would really come in handy right now?
What's that?
Turning invisible?
Always thinking about your penis.
How did you know what I was thinking about?
You're talking about jorking it, and by jorking
You're talking about jorking your peanuts. Ooh.
Unseen servant.
yes.
And like little.
You should have
Snuff
yours
it out?
snuff one.
Yeah.
That
too.
is 60 feet.
Yes, it is.
Much further.
Yes, it is. So you would like to cast Unseen Servant
Yeah.
to try to snuff out a. Very easy to do.
Yeah, just
Yes.
like it goes over
Too.
in the.
We can have dual torches.
Or
So
maybe
you
whenever he's like trying to light that one, the other one then snuffs that one out. And then
Okay.
he's like, oh, this is so annoying.
Okay, so yeah, so
I'll take
you
his
go
gloves
over,
off.
You go
At his
over,
best.
snuff one out.
He's truly unseen.
Ah!
And he's beautiful.
I do have to cast.
How does your unseen servant?
So the guard comes by at one point, notices the torch out, and is, the hell? And takes a flint and begins to reignite it. Reignites. As that's happening, you're extinguishing another one? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you extinguish another one further away. He turns around. The hell's going on?
Okay, it's go
So he
time.
walks over to the other one and begins to light it. So what's happening now?
We're going. We're sneaking.
We're all going
passing,
into the entrance.
Casting. We're passing without a trace.
We're casting without a pass.
We're sneaking.
Casting a past.
We're sounding like Mr.
passing
Krabs.
Wait, tell us.
Cast
Is this
of
very
traits.
stupid? What's going on in the
Like
rest
you know
of
how?
like,
Okay, let me paint it for you. Right? They've built these fences.
Uh-huh.
Right? They're
How-
they're hold on. They're not perfect. Like you've seen like movies about Celtic warriors or something
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the
yeah.
Middle
Have
Ages.
one of
Yeah.
them
Where,
grab
like,
it and light the fence.
You have the tents, and there's
Yeah.
always like a hidden side of the tent, the back side of the tent. So
Sure.
we're like
Light
doing
the
that
fence.
whole like sneak into their defenses through a crack in the fence. While the guy's distracted, it's very fraught. There's a lot of tension. Just when you think you're about to get seen, the last person like slips through.
Or we could also
You
just
know, the guy
I mean,
doesn't.
we don't even
notice.
have to roll it. It sounds like we just did it.
And then we're like around the back side of the tents on one side of the thing, and then kind of pop out around the other far side that's up against the wall of the temple,
This checks
and then
out.
slip through the crack in the door.
I love it. We did it.
I think there should be lots of like potential for getting discovered, but
Yeah, so this will be a stealth check, so we need stealth checks from everybody. You're casting Pass Without a Trace, Drew?
no nat ones, guys.
Okay.
No nat ones.
That's Matt.
So adding 10 to your roll.
What's Wyatt's plus again?
That's not great.
And I think definitely
Use your axe for it if you need to.
yeah, definitely
Yeah, I'm using my knife.
Oh, looks. I'm burning the sword for a point.
Connie's leading, like kind of showing
Sure.
the way. This is
Absolutely.
the sneakiest way.
Absolutely,
So
yeah.
he's in the front.
Okay.
How far is it from where we are to the actual temple? You said it was
120
like.
feet.
Okay.
Yeah, thereabouts.
Plus
Just
whatever
checking, just
plus
checking.
whatever the distance from the start of the camp was, so like 150.
Yeah, maybe.
20 for Kestis, 22
Okay,
for me.
so Zook,
23.
23. Connie,
37.
37.
Holy
19.
shit.
19.
22 for Kestis. Or, no. Wait. Hold on. I have it right here.
What was my
20 for
roll?
Kestis.
20 for Kestis.
22 for me.
22 for you.
Did I roll
Oh, I'm
real
sorry.
big?
22 for me.
It's not.
What did Wyatt roll?
He only rolled a 15, so I'm trying to see if he has.
He can use his knack for it.
Yeah, he totally can. 21, 24, 25.
24,
He rolled
25. You
And
rolled?
I rolled a 24.
24, okay.
Pre-nax.
Okay. All right. So, beginning to walk through, you guys begin to step into the clearing. You're past without a trace, you leading the way, knowing where to step. You get about 10 feet in, and all of a sudden you hear this ding, 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 sound just kind of emanating through the air. And you watch as runes up here on the pop up on the ground. You guys have tripped an alarm spell. As you do that, the guard who was lighting the torch turns around and goes, "What the?" and sees you all standing there.
Cast darkness.
I guess this could do fog cloud.
I'm gonna cast hallucinatory terrain.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Wait, how close are we?
I mean, he's probably about 40 or 50 feet away from you guys.
No, like from the door.
Oh, you just stepped into the campsite.
Oh, the campsite. Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally
never
just
mind.
stepped into the campsite.
So this 150-foot cube, I'm gonna make look like a. I'm literally just gonna turn it into the most obvious like high hill that's like 10 feet high in front of us. So we've got a running lane. There's a hallucinatory hill, and then there's this guy.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so you're making a very obvious thing so we can.
So you cast hallucinatory terrain, and they watch you guys go from standing there to now there's a hill
Yep.
where there was no longer a hill.
Bingo. Go ahead, make a spell save to try and not believe it.
But they're gonna be like, "What the heck? Why is there a hill here?" And then we're gonna be gone.
But if they don't make their saving throws,
And
it
now
doesn't matter.
we run.
they're gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I forgot that was there all the time."
Oh, holy crap! I forgot we put that hill there.
Yeah. And we need to get that moved. I think.
You know the hills are alive.
With the sound of human.
Make an intelligence check
noise.
against your spell save DC to disbelieve it.
Yes.
That is stupid.
This is dumb. Why do we even fucking do this? Why do we even play this game?
That is a 14.
18 is what you need, baby. I can't believe I left my hill there, he said.
He said, "Oh, the hill is setting off alarm. Oh,
So you
I'll go back to sleep now."
you immediately cast the spell. Nothing changes, or actually everybody sees this illusion of a hill appear between you and the guy.
Bingo.
We still have passed without a trace.
You still have passed without a trace.
So now alarm is going off because hill appeared.
Yeah.
So you continue to walk. As you do, more runes, more alarms go off. What the? You begin to hear people stirring in tents. And you watch as tents open up and people step out of tents and see you standing there.
Fucking fireball!
I don't have a fireball.
Why not?
I
Wait,
have
are you
minute
hold on,
meteors.
hold on. Does everyone remember how I described what we were doing? So they're walking out of the front side of their tent while we're sneaking around the back side of the
back
tent,
side of their
and they are
tents.
seeing us standing there.
Nope. You are stepping on alarms.
New idea. In the spur of the moment,
Run.
you cast silence on us so that every alarm we trip doesn't make any noise.
Until we're off the alarm.
Yes, until we're 20 feet away from the alarm and then it starts blaring again.
And they're all looking in the wrong direction. Silence.
Bingo.
listen, run.
This is the part of the episode where we cut back to before we do anything, and that was us like formulating the worst case scenario.
This is the
Yeah, this is what would happen if we
I'm glad
didn't do it
roll
right.
a 1 on that 6-sided die.
That would be stupid.
Chrono
because they
magic,
probably
right?
have
Chrono
alarms.
shift. We just chrono
chrono
shift
shift
back to
backwards.
there.
Yeah.
Chrono
So
play.
you guys,
Duh.
you cast silence. Silence engulfs the area around you, silencing a few alarms, but others are going off in other places.
Not us. We still have
as-
Pass Without a Trace and Silence
As
and are running through this
individuals step out and see you standing there,
place. I'm still confused as to how they're stepping out, seeing us run very quickly, very silently behind there.
you are tripping alarms that they have set in place.
because you're the DM and you're God.
You are tripping alarms that
We're
they've
the
set
Beto
in
in
place.
this situation.
There is light everywhere. You are not stealthing in darkness. You are stealthing in light. You have stepped into a clearing where there's no cover other than a few haphazard tents and lean-tos. And these guys have...
haphazard tents.
Well, thank you for explaining that to me.
Right. As you guys are running, you can see they all step out, and then you hear one of them shout, "They got the naked one!" and begin to draw swords and
Oh, it's on.
begin to descend upon you.
Wyatt assassinates.
Me?
Everyone.
Yeah, Wyatt jumps down from the tree.
He has to get the jump so he can use his assassinate feature. Let him do it once.
As each person steps out of a tent, one at a time, milliseconds apart.
Oh my gosh, he's Overwatch.
He's using the ball bearings.
Oh man, he's launching BBs.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
there's
a blowgun.
Slipping and sliding everywhere.
Wyatt...
does
I
it?
don't know.
He
Fun.
does it.
It would be funny
We
if he
didn't
did fall
leave
out
him
of
So-
up in the
I'm gonna,
tree.
no, I just...
We did. We left.
No.
We tied in that fucking tree. You kidding me?
May I try something in... Ooh.
Yeah, what do you want to
Now
try?
you sound like two of the people who are stumbling out of the tent.
May I
Yeah.
take a shiny button
Uh-huh.
and cast Incite Greed?
Oh, yes,
A
you
bunch of
may.
scumbags. Scumbags
yes,
love money.
Okay.
You
So, choose any number of creatures within range that can see you. Each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you until the spell ends, or until your companions do anything harmful to it. While charmed, this creature can do nothing but use its movement to approach you in a safe manner. While an unaffected creature within 5 of you can't move, it simply stares greedily at the mute percent.
What's the range?
How big's the camp?
30,
question for a
30
question.
feet. I don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't even know if that's helpful in this situation, but I
Okay.
guess we'll give it a give it a go.
Weird situation. We all panic. It's
What if
fine.
we all just try to get inside and then we shut the door and then we do the arcane lock thing?
Is this a good idea? Your face says no. None
I'm
of this
trying
is
to
a good
think if
idea.
I
Let's
want to
go.
like throw you guys a bone or if I want to just keep watching you like try to
No,
figure
keep
this
doing
out.
it.
No
We got
bones,
this.
no
We got this.
bones,
We don't
no
want your
bones.
bones,
You
Calvin.
sure?
Yeah.
We don't want your bones.
I do.
We hate bones.
Wow.
All right, well,
I'm
look at that. The
uncomfortable.
episode's over.
Yeah. I'm
Inspiration or no? Or like, okay, fuck
Yeah, guess who's
That's the idea.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
He said that's the idea.
Yeah, so as we're running, I would like to look ahead to the next tent where we're running in front of and not behind.
You're running behind it.
And as two people come out of wherever they come out of this tent, I just really quickly, oh my god! And I cast Confusion on two of them.
Okay.
So if they could make a wisdom save.
Hell yeah. The way I picture this is like all of this shit is happening and we are each one of us
and
just
14.
casting
They both
whatever
failed.
we can think of and continuing to run and stumble as fast as we can toward that door.
Yeah, 100%. So they both fail, which means they need to roll a d10.
Honestly,
I see Nell turns
each
with
of them
this
need
button,
to use
she's
roll a
like,
d10.
8.
Ooh, look at this
Okay.
treasure. As she's
honestly.
like wheeling backwards trying
Okay,
to grab
the
it.
first one can
Get
move and
inside
act
the
normally, or the second one. The first one has to punch the other one. The creature uses action to make a melee attack against a randomly determined creature within its reach.
So you say, "Oh my god!" He goes, "Ah!" Boom, punches his buddy. The hell, dude. And he looks and sees he's a naked cat. Get him! And
He's wearing clothes.
more people, more of the bounty hunters begin to emerge from their areas.
Can I?
This is like
So
Last minute.
this all has been last minute.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if anyone will do. We're trying
Oh,
to
we're
see
the last
what's-
minute men. That's what we are.
We're trying to see how this plays out before I make you all roll initiative
Yeah.
against these guys. But yeah, go ahead. What do you got?
I was just gonna quickly take a little breath mint, real quick.
Sure, if you want to, go ahead and take a breath
just
mint.
like
Easy enough to
popping
do.
one of
Easy
those
enough to
in.
do. Okay.
It's a gold coin breath ray.
Oh shoot!
I think I would like to cast.
Do that.
Incite greed. Now, is this something that follows me?
If
So
you
if
hold
I'm
the
inciting
button,
greed and I'm
you
walking
hold the
by,
button. Yeah,
I'm doing it.
you hold the button. Yeah,
Incite greed.
30 feet.
30 feet.
Okay. You can cast it on 4 people that are within 30 feet of you.
All right. They're stupefied. They're following the button.
Wait, they have to roll, or it just happens?
It's a wisdom save.
Okay, wisdom
yeah,
save.
16.
Fail. Fail.
Seems like it should have just been a group check with those first
Fail.
two. For sure.
Fail.
He could have saved time with the group check. They all failed.
Yeah, so you pull out a button, and some of them go, "Get the nuke!" Well, that's pretty, and they
Isn't
begin to
it
walk
beautiful?
over. They begin to
Here,
walk over
let's-
to you, and just like, and you hear others shouting, "What the hell are you doing? Grab the cat!" As they begin to descend upon you.
And I hold up the button.
Does
It's
it
not gonna wo-
continue to work?
I don't know. What do you say? It doesn't say. It just says within 30 feet. So I'm thinking. I don't know.
I mean,
So
cinematically, I
they,
think this,
some of them continue to move forward. Some of them continue to get caught in the greed. Another fail. Another fail. As 2 more get caught in your greed and continue to group around you, you see one of them look to his buddy and go, "We're not letting them get the reward." And he nods and begins to cast Hold Person on you. So I need you to make I believe it's a dexterity saving throw.
I think it's a charisma saving throw. Hold person is definitely charisma.
That sounds about right, I think.
It's a wisdom save.
That's something I have so much of.
Also, you can just choose to succeed if you really need to.
Oh yeah, I do have that. Yeah, I'm just gonna choose to succeed.
Okay, so you succeed
But
from
you're not even gonna
the. You
You
succeed
should
from the
roll to
hold
find
person.
out. Okay, yeah.
Choose to succeed.
Good idea.
I rolled a 3, so yeah, I'd choose to succeed.
All right,
What's
so
wrong with
you
these
do
dice?
that. You guys are still running
Nothing.
as fast as you can. Others are moving towards you. Oh goodness. Okay.
What a clusterfuck.
Yeah.
We've got to be close to that door.
I mean,
The plan
you
was
probably
so
about
good.
halfway at this point with all the
Halfway?
This is all happening right at the just right off rip.
but
I
we
don't know how
extinguished 2
to-
torches.
Yeah, you did.
as we're stumble running
Yeah.
on our way, Connie's gonna look ahead to see any like group. If
Yeah.
it's like a large group.
Oh, yeah.
And he wants to engulf as many as he can in magical darkness to
Uh-huh.
kind of like pushing, holding back this wall of people coming towards them, keeping them from the door to just kind of clear that path.
Counterspell.
Counterspell. Ooh.
These pumpkins have
It's an ability.
You cast darkness, it lands, and then immediately is evaporated.
What did that? Can he?
A magic user.
Did he?
You can see the guy who cast Hold Person on him failed, and he's like, "God!" And he sees you cast, and he puts his hand out.
That dude had
and this
another
weird,
high-level
like,
How far away is he?
the guy who cast Counterspell, he's within 60 feet of you. He was actually within 30 feet of you guys. But yeah, so
suck all the water out of their bodies.
you guys are running.
Speaking of, I've been here for like
at this
20
point,
minutes now.
because we've decided that we're just gonna run headlong into this, I guess we have to roll initiative.
blight.
God.
I'm sorry. Kestis would like to cast blight.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, that's where we're gonna leave it tonight. We're gonna roll initiative next time.
All right.
And I have the map, so we'll have a map and we'll have everything set up to where you guys can figure out what you're doing. But yeah, we're guns a-blazing.
Because we're too stupid.
And you know what's great is we're gonna use all of our spells and abilities before we get into a boss battle.
I mean, who
Yeah,
expects
If we kill
them
them all,
all
we
to
can take a
take
long
a
rest.
billion alarm spells at the beginning?
Just a few
And there's
that
no
are
this is
around the perimeter.
This is just the beginning. There's no boss battle.
Oh, absolutely not. No, of course not.
We're not having this and then a boss battle. This is like.
But until
okay,
that happens,
this is.
sorry.
Say goodbye.
Sorry, I have to finish the whole thing. Thank you all so much. Sorry, thank you all so much for playing. Thank you all so much for playing. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. This has been the Wild Magic School Bus. Good night, everybody.
My babies.
Later, losers.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
More like Nader losers because he's a centaur.
Mater
Mater losers.
losers. Tomato losers.
That's why I don't say it because it's not funny.
Yeah, I think the tinking about my penis line is probably gonna live in my head.
Thinking about my penis.
I'm just tinking about my.
Like they clearly, I love them.
Yeah.
They're great. They're not losers. They're winners.
Yeah.
But not in the Donald Trump sort of winner way. I don't take sides in politics like that, except that I do.
Yeah. So, do you think that this is gonna be the first episode ever where Calvin is gonna put the end of the episode filler, actually just this right here at the end of the episode, is gonna be the end of the episode
He's
filler?
not even going to edit it.
He probably stopped recording like 2 minutes
We
ago.
didn't even say anything like.
Sure. Drew, so since we're not being recorded, Drew, what do you think about the Olympics so far?
They started?
I remember the third Olympics. Yep. It was at the World's Fair of 1903
Oh,
back
thank
in
God.
St.
I thought you were
Louis.
talking about the one in the 30s in Germany. It's like, no, don't say you were there, Drew.
I went further back with myself old joke.
I thought like Gladiator.
The first,
I remember when we flooded
the
the
third
fields.
modern Olympics.
Yeah,
The
okay.
third modern Olympics.
That's how Drew. Yeah, he's like, oh, you mean the modern? Yeah.
Oh, the modern Olympics? Yeah,
Yeah.
those are great.
Yeah, how many people have died at these Olympic Games? Okay, yeah.
The first
We should
known
bring that
Olympic
back.
Games were held in the summer of 776 BC in Olympia, Greece, to honor the god
In
Zeus.
Olympia, Washington.
Yeah.
Man, every event was themed around something Zeus had slept with at some point.
Was it? Is that how they
Yeah,
did it?
they had a your mom mirror. That's crazy.
Wait, my mom or his mom?
Your mom, bro.
Whoa.
This side of the table versus
Whoa.
that side of the table. What an insult off. You're going to be putting a lot of effort in because Will and Matt are super nice.
Yeah. And I'm bad at insulting. This is not going to be great.
You're not bad at it, you just don't do it.
You just suck at it. Got it again!
Have you guys ever noticed how much, like, if you go back and watch the episodes, how much happens on one side of the table that the other side of the table is completely unaware of?
Yeah, all the time.
It's hilarious. I'm like, oh my god, I had no idea that, like, we're in our own little worlds for most of the
Well,
time.
and beyond that, there's a lot that happens on one side of the table that part of one side of the table doesn't understand. Because Michelle and I will say shit all the time, and Matt will just be hanging out playing RuneScape.
Well, okay, Jana did have a comment. I think it was about Yang. She was like, I said something about the two sides of the table not knowing what the other side was doing, and she's like, yeah, Matt doesn't know just because he's playing video games. I was like, what?
You know.
Both the Matts are just playing video games over here?
Matt can't stop playing video games, is
Oh, you should see. No. I don't think so. I don't even know what's happening next to me, guys. I don't know why I think I should know what's happening in front of me.